staff and students is coming on board at this time. As I was coming down with the team that came to the office, I said, is it about Fulbright? They said, no, it's more than Fulbright. We are talking about all the opportunities that exist in the very vast United States of America. It is a good and great opportunity that particularly our students have to be able to learn about these things. In these days of jackpotting, it's nice to know, because I keep telling people that it's not just because everybody is going out that you want to go out. You want to be aware of the opportunities. And I firmly believe that one of the best ways to go out of this country, if you must go, will be on your own terms. And to go on your own terms, the education route is very, very important. So that if you have the opportunity and you go out there and you prove yourself, then you'll be going at a different level. People will go out and they are doing 3, 4, 5 jobs, and they are telling you that they are making 1 million in a day, as if they are going to spend naira in the United States. So I personally like this opportunity, and I want to thank the organizers for this opportunity to really impact on our students in particular. For the staff, most of the people here have already benefited from it and are aware of the opportunities there. But the future is our students. So I want you to listen carefully to the opportunities and to take advantage of this that many people didn't have at the time they were in your own shoes. So I thank the organizers very well, and I bring you greetings once more from the Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you so much for that grateful remarks. I would like to invite the Director of Credit, who is ably represented by Dr. Atolani, to please come forward for his remarks.
Thank you very much for this opportunity and privilege. I stand on the protocol already established by the Vice Chancellor and academics, and it's my pleasure to stand to represent the Acting Director of Credit, the Center for Research, Development and In-House Training, Dr. Karim Deodoide, who informed me this morning to stand in this place because he is currently in Abuja. He should be on his way to Ilorin now, and apparently he may meet us before the end of this event. The sample speech which I'm going to read, but before I read that, I think it's important to also reiterate the very fact that this type of gathering is very important for both students and staff of any academic institution, because the world, like a global village, thrives on information. And what you are going to share today or hear today, they are all about information. And I know that there is just one information somebody needs at one time or another to make a complete transformation. We have a number of Fulbright scholars and some other American scholars who are here. Some of them got those privileged by information. And I know that actually I am perturbed because I think we should have more students here. Rather than looking for some of these obscures and the obscure means of traveling abroad, they have a lot of, somebody said recently there are more than 1,000 ways of going to the Western world. All you need is information. And that's why information is power. Remember my first visit to the to US precisely. It was just a small piece of information that came at the right time. And I never regretted it. But people who have information, some have information, but they don't act on it. Now, we are limited by the paucity of time, so if I may to quickly read the speech as he sent it. the speech by the acting director of credit. Their esteemed guest is now before you today with great pleasure and excitement to address this esteemed gathering. It is an honor to be part of this symposium organized by the U.S. Government Exchange Alumni Association of Nigeria, the Kwara State chapter. Exchange programs have been a catalyst for international understanding, academic excellence, and cultural enrichment for many years. This program provides unique opportunity for students, scholars, and professionals to broaden their horizon, acquire new skills, and foster meaningful relationships that transcend borders. They serve as bridge that connect people from different nations, culture, and backgrounds, fostering mutual respect and collaboration. At the University of Ilorin, here we take pride in being a global institution that values diversity, academic excellence, and research innovation. Our commitment to providing our students and staff with opportunity for international exposure aligns perfectly with the objective of the American government exchange programs, of which some of them will be discussed here today. So through these programs, our students and staff can gain first-hand experience in some of the world's most prestigious educational institutions, research centers, and corporate organizations. The benefit of participating in this exchange program are immense. Participants have the chance to immerse themselves in different academic systems, research methodologies, and cultural experiences. They return to their own country with a broadened, bigger, and better perspective, enriched knowledge, and a network of international contacts that will undoubtedly shape the future careers positively. It is important to emphasize that these programs are not meant for you to Japan, like the Vice Chancellor I just mentioned, but for you to return back home so that you can contribute meaningfully and well to your community. We understand the challenges being faced by our country. However, we have to be part of the solution. For us to be part of the solution, these are means and ways. We as scholars must ensure that we seek for the ways using various exchange programs offered by the U.S. government to ensure that we contribute to the development of this our great country, Nigeria. I would like to commend the U.S. government for this continued commitment to promoting educational and cultural exchanges worldwide. The impact of this program goes beyond individual participants. It contributes significantly to strengthening the ties between our two nations and foster an environment of mutual understanding and cooperation. To the students and to the staff of this great citadel of learning, University of Ilorin, the better by far, encourage you to seize the opportunity provided by the U.S. government exchange program, engage in research collaborations, pursue academic studies, and participate in cultural exchanges that will enrich your academic and personal growth. The knowledge and experience gained from this program today will undoubtedly contribute to the development of our great nation. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the U.S. Government Exchange Alumni Association of Kwara State, the Kwara State branch, for organizing this symposium. Your efforts in sensitizing the university community about these invaluable opportunities are commendable, and I am confident that today's event will inspire many to embark on this transformative journey. And finally, let us embrace the spirit of collaboration, academic excellence, and cultural understanding. Together, we contribute to a world that transcends border and celebrates diversity. Thank you, and may this symposium be a resounding success. Engineer Dr. Karim, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that grateful remarks from the Director Center of Credit. And thank you everyone for staying with us. Before I proceed, I would like to quickly call on all the alumni or US exchange program here in Kwara State to kindly signify if they are here with us. Alumni, please.
Better we stand.
Okay, stand please. Let people know you are here with us. So these are alumni of Kwara State chapter from different programs that we have in the US exchange program. We have over 20 programs under the US exchange program, and these are members of the Kwara State chapter. Thank you so much. I would like to invite on stage the chairman, USGEAAN Program Kwara State Chapter, in person of Dr. Olubedia, to give his opening remark.
Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome once again to this very vital program. The Vice Chancellor represented by the BBC Academics, Director of Credit, the MD, Niger River Basin, and the Director, Center for Cultural Arts, University of Ilorin, and ladies and gentlemen. This program was brought up by the US Exchange Alumni Kwara State Chapter. Before now, we have a series of programs that hold their programs individually, such as the Fulbright, and there are many other sponsored programs by the US government, such as the yearly program and many others. But in 2017, the US Ambassador to Nigeria decided to merge all the programs sponsored by the US together, so that we now have what is called the United States Exchange Alumni Association of Nigeria. And part of our aim and objective is to help our people in whatever way we can. And these ways we align them with the goals of the US mission. And one of them is what we're having today, which is sensitizing everyone about the US sponsored programs so that they can prepare themselves and take advantage of them. There are other programs we have outlined for August, September, October, November in our own calendar as an association. Those programs are not campus based. They are town based, because we are not looking at the campus environment only. So previously, the Fulbright is basically campus. You are doing your BSc, MSc, or PhD, or postdoc, you do a Fulbright. But there are many other programs that do not involve you being an academic, such as the Association of Women Entrepreneurs. We have that program. We have YALI, which is for the young people doing something on their own, and there are many other programs that I will not mention for now. So I want us to take everything that we said here very seriously. Everyone, we are going to have speakers sharing their experiences and telling us how. When you look at the steps and how they did it, then we are going to take questions at the end of the day. You see, scholarships and sponsorships are real. They are very real. And thank God we have the internet today, so you can go on the net and then key into some of these things, and then before you know it, you also become an alumni and become a beneficiary. So please, let's pay a lot of attention. We are going to use American time here. We have a timetable. You know, somebody said somewhere that God gave Africa and God gave the rest of the world timetable. But do you know what He gave Africa? He gave us time. So just no timetable, but for this program we have a timetable. So don't go anywhere. We are going to keep the time. Our speakers have 15 minutes to speak. Once the 15 minutes, we are going to step aside while the next speaker will come. So once again, I want to welcome you and take your time to bring down your questions. The time is coming when you are allowed to ask the questions and the answers are provided. I welcome you to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much for driving the aims and objective of US Exchange program here in Kwara State and all other members of the executive board. We go smoothly to the program of the day. So I would like to invite the first speaker, the person of Dr. Suleiman Fauzia Adenike, who is a Fulbright alumni, is going to be talking to us about opportunities on Fulbright.
Good morning, everyone. Vice Chancellor, standing on the existing established protocol, I'm here this morning to briefly enlighten us about the Fulbright Scholarship Program. As earlier said, United States have various scholarships that we can benefit from, and one of them is Fulbright. Fulbright alone also have varieties, over 10, 15 types of Fulbright scholarship, depending on the class or the individual or the group of people that are applying. Fulbright scholarship is a fully funded scholarship for international students. This scholarship is only offered for example, if it is JST, it is offered for students who are master students or PhD students. Fulbright Foreign Students Program is an example. This particular program covers full tuition fee. If it is master's, if it is PhD, Fulbright will pay for all the tuition fee. 2, you'll be given a living stipend or monthly salary or allowance to sustain you. From this living allowance, you're expected to take care of your accommodation, your feeding, and your transportation. Then full accommodation. You also make accommodation available since you are coming from another country. Your air ticket are also taken care of, as well as health insurance. So these are some of the benefits of the scholarship. Now, this scholarship is sponsored by United States Department of State, and it is the government's flagship international educational exchange program, and is designed to nurture mutual understanding among nations through the educational and cultural exchange. Nigeria have a peculiar culture which is unique. Those from Liberia, those from Libya, those from all over the country, when we go there to meet, you see different cultures coming together, and you are expected to live harmoniously. So the cultural exchange, you learn from a Libyan, you learn from a Nigerian, a Ghanaian, they too learn from us in the process. Then the grants are awarded irrespective of applicant race. It does not matter whether you are black or white. Once you are qualified, the grants will be given. So irrespective of race, color, national origin, sex, age, religion, socioeconomic status, even disability is not a reason for not applying for the award. The Fulbright Scholarship aims to provide opportunity to diverse group of people to come together in United States institutions to learn. Then the scholarships are granted to people from economically disadvantaged groups, 2, minorities, and 3, those from traditionally underrepresented backgrounds. So you can see that those who are from low income countries are even more at an advantage than those from high income. In fact, once you are from certain country, they won't even take a look at the application. They prefer people from Africa or countries labeled as low-income countries. The United States of America has been providing Fulbright scholarship to thousands of foreign students in 155 countries to pursue their studies in the United States. As far back as 1946, and that's every year from 155 countries. The scholarship was initiated to help artistic, young and talented foreign students to pursue their graduate studies and conduct world-class research in the United States. So these are some of the benefits of this program. Now, there are steps that are expected when you apply for this scholarship, irrespective of the type. I will mention some of them, but 8 steps are cut across board. Usually, this application is online. That's the first one. You make an online application. To apply to Fulbright program, you need to assemble a variety of materials. So usually, they want to collect a lot of information about you. So before you start, there are a list of documents that you are given on the page to get ready for possible upload or for utilization while you are processing the form. At this point of online application, let me tell you in advance that the forms will be long, but do not be discouraged. In fact, you can spend up to 3 days filling this form. That is how long it is. They are step by step. On the side, you have all the, maybe about 15 or 20 forms to fill listed. So as you fill the first one, you click next. You fill the second one, you click next until you get to the very last page. So, but before you start, it's better you have all this information so that as they are requesting, it's easier to fill in. Otherwise, you'll be forced to stop, go and look for the material, come back. In the process of going up and down, you may want to get discouraged. But one good thing about the United States program is, once you start, at their end, they already know somebody has started application. In fact, while I was filling mine, because I was still a junior staff back then, I was on my PhD program. So, coupled with teaching, research, and so many other things, there was a time I have to put it aside. I actually forgot I was even filling a form. So they had to send an email to remind me that you are still filling a form and the deadline is so date. So there are people at the other end monitoring the progress to ensure you submit on time. Then what you want to go and do outside the country? How unique is it? How innovative? If it is something they believe you can do right here in Nigeria, it may not fly. It has to be something that you are having issues with. Probably the equipment is not available. Probably the only professor that is good in this area is in the United States. Probably is an innovative area that only one or two institutions have it in the United States. They just have to be convinced that you cannot do this thing in Nigeria, and it will aid or assist your application. So that is about online application. 2, you need to prepare your academic transcript. If what you apply for is undergraduate, there are Fulbright programs for 200 level students where you spend a year in the United States. So between your 200 and 300, you go there to learn a couple of courses and probably do 1 or 2 research. Then you go back to Nigeria to complete your program. We have that for undergraduate. Then we have the one for masters, where you go fully to run your master's program. Then there's GSD, which will be part of your PhD. In some country, they sponsor the entire 3 years of PhD program. But in Nigeria, probably to allow more people to benefit maximally from the program, you only go there for 9 months. So that implies that you are expected to have started your PhD probably a year earlier. You use the second year to apply, so that by your 3rd year, you go and do your 9 months. You round up your research, then you come back to Nigeria to defend. So that was what we did for JST. So we started year 1. We were having challenges at a point. We couldn't further with the research. We need certain technology which we do not have back then, so 15 years ago. So that was our proposal. This is where we were. This is where we got stopped. But we need to go further to get this work done. So the 9 months was granted. So you go there to run your program. In the process of filling your application, you are allowed to choose or recommend 3 institutions where you want to do the program. Probably you have identified them by searching on the internet. You may even have spoken or chat with or send email to the supposed supervisor at the other end. So once he's interested in what you want to do, it makes it easier. So that when they ask you to choose institution, you can readily say, I've interacted with this person. In fact, he's ready to accept me in his laboratory. That one makes it easier for you. Then 3, you are expected to write GRE tests and TOEFL examination. This one is a standard. You just have to write the exams and pass them. TOEFL is purely English, but GRE is a combination of English, mathematics, and some other sciences. So you are expected to go for the exam. It is done in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. There are centers where you can do your TOEFL and GRE. And one good thing is, just one in a lifetime test. Once you have it, you can use it for any program. It does not expire. Then you are expected to prepare for 2 essays. There are 2 essays for the Fulbright application. Each essay must be written in the space provided in the application, which is approximately 800 words or thereabouts. So you are not expected to overcraft your essays. Just write in a clear language so that the Fulbright panel that doesn't even know your word can understand you better. So before starting the essay, you are going to need to figure out a marketing strategy for yourself. What is your selling point? What did you want to tell them to convince them that you sincerely need this application? So successful applicants generally take 4 to 6 weeks writing and perfecting their essay. So even before you start reading, you may even have gotten all these essays ready, so that when you get to that point, you simply update and upload. 5, you need 3 recommendation letters from your HOD, your lecturers, your supervisor, to buttress the reason why you still need to go for this program. So you need to ensure you get good referee reports from them. 6, your academic resume. They need to know what you have been doing in the last 10, 20 years that necessitated what you wanted to go and do in the United States. So you need to keep updating your CVs and resume. And 7, finally, when you are done, you are expected to submit your application. There's no application fee for the Fulbright program. It is always free. And application must be submitted online. So there's no physical posting or mailing. Everything is online and it's free. Then, once you are successful, the selected successful people will be called for interview. Usually, you may be invited to Abuja or to Lagos branch of the embassy. So after your written application has been submitted and reviewed, you may be invited to a panel interview. Interview decisions are made by mid-September. Usually this application is between February and August. Between February and August every year. It's an annual thing. So by mid-September you'll be invited to come for the interview in October. So if you do not hear from them by October, it automatically implies that you have not been selected. An interview is a positive indicator of possible selection. The mere fact that you are even being considered already is showing you, if you convince them at the interview, it may actually be granted. The interviews are usually between 15 to 30 minutes, and they are conducted by a panel of 4 people. But the one we went for, they were about 20. In Abuja, we were invited to Abuja. They will take care of your transport, your accommodation, everything. Everything that you have to do about that scholarship, they pay for it. So, there are various types of Fulbright awards. I've mentioned that for foreign students. It could be undergraduate, it could be master, it could be PhD. So that's 3 different scholarships already. Then you have Open Study Research Award. This one is traditional award opportunity where a candidate design a proposal for a specific country. So you may want to look at Nigeria, for example, and design a proposal to solve a particular problem in Nigeria. So that one is an individual thing. So they call it Open Study Research Award. Another one is English Teaching Assistant Award. The Fulbright English Teaching Assistant Program places grantees in schools overseas to supplement local English language instruction and to provide a native speaker presence in the classroom. So this will too vary from country to country. In fact, for those in languages, they may be invited to come and teach Igbo, teach Yoruba or Hausa, depending on what you apply for and what they require at that particular point in time. Another one is Fulbright Fogati Fellowship in Public Health. It's between Fulbright and Fogati. The Fulbright Fogati Fellowship are offered through a partnership between Fulbright Program and Fogati International Center for the United States National Institute of Health. This award was established to promote the expansion of research in public health and clinical research in resource-limited settings. So, for public health in low-income countries where they still have issue with certain equipment, with certain medical technologies, this program is useful for doctors, nurses, and all medical-related personnel. Then we have Fulbright National Geographical Award. This program provides a unique Fulbright opportunity. It makes available additional funding and resources to enhance the reach and impact on the Fulbright experience. Fulbright Student Program semi-finalists who express interest are eligible to apply. So even undergraduate students, masters and PhD can apply for this particular program. We have so many other Fulbright program. We have Fulbright Science and Technology, Isinova Fellowship. We have Fulbright Junior Scholar, and so many others. So this program is just to let us know that whatever you need to do, whatever scholarship you wish to apply for, do your normal search on the internet. As I've said, from February to August, February to October for some, all these scholarships are available. So that means some of them are still available as you are speaking. So I want to encourage us that immediately after this program, let us go online. Look at your discipline. Some Fulbright programs are discipline specific. Some are even country specific. For example, if they say Fulbright Australia, you cannot apply as a Nigerian to that kind of scholarship. Whereas you have Fulbright General that irrespective of where you are coming from, you can apply. So go back to your research. What are you doing currently that you are having challenges with? What opportunities are available in the United States that you can utilize to improve your research? Incorporate it into your work. Then Google search professors already working in that area. They have email addresses, they are available in their universities. Once you go visit the university, contact us is there. You see a list of the department, you go into the department, you see a list of lecturers or professors. Then you see the actual person you are looking for there. You get the phone number, email is available. You interact respectfully with them. Let them know why you want to come for this program. Let them know you need their support and assistance for a particular scholarship. So once you know you are bringing something to the table and your program is going to be funded, they will be encouraged. So they will be willing to tell the embassy that yes, this person has contacted me and I'm looking forward to receiving this individual. So the program is a very interesting and fantastic program. And finally, on personal experience when I was there, besides your research that you are going there to do, they make the program very interesting. There are social activities that all United States beneficiaries are expected to benefit from. Usually they give you a free trip to certain parts of the United States. Mine was in Connecticut, where I had my research. So they gave us free flight to Seattle, where you have to visit some historical places. You interact with other Fulbrighters, other Yali, other programs that are currently there at that particular time. In fact, you may have 4 different batches per year, depending on the time of interviews and the type of approval that are put together to go at the same time. So at one point or the other, all of you will meet at a particular state in the United States to interact. I think it's 3 days. They will provide you for your accommodation, your feeding, and your moving around within the United States. So it's usually very, very interesting. And in most cases, they ensure you experience not only the summer period, you are going to experience the winter period. That was also very interesting to us back then because we don't have that in Nigeria. So it was our first time of actually seeing the snow falling live. In fact, we actually had to build a snowman out of it. We were actually even locked inside our homes because the snow height was so high. So usually they will bring people to come and help you to remove it from your door. But it's a very, very, very fantastic and interesting opportunity. So I wish you all the best as you apply for yours. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Dr. Suleiman Fauzia. Thank you so much for that brief, comprehensive, and detailed information about Fulbright programs that most students and lecturers can actually apply for. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for doing that brief research for us and giving us part of your experience as. I would like to invite on stage the second speaker, in person of Dr. Mrs. Adeyeye, who is also a member of Kwara State chapter of US Alumni. She was speaking to us on academic for women entrepreneurs. So aside from Fulbright, we have some other programs under UX Exchange program, which houses women who are into entrepreneurship and some other professional skills. Thank you so much, Doctor. And okay, I'll be able to just briefly give us the opportunities. 15 minutes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, VC in absentia, and I would like to stand on the established protocol. Like you said, my name is Yemisi Adeyeye. I am a medical doctor. I'm a medical entrepreneur. I'm the managing director of Life Count Hospital. So I am a doctor, but I've turned that into entrepreneurship by starting a business in the healthcare sector. So that made me to qualify as qualified to be part of the program for entrepreneurs. So like Dr. Fauzia said, the US government has many programs for different people, for different categories of people. There are programs for lecturers, like you've heard in Fulbright. There are programs for disabled. There are programs for journalists. There are programs for people in sports. There are programs for leaders, global leaders. So I'm wearing two hats this morning because I've done two programs with the US government. I've done the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. That's for entrepreneurs who are women, okay? And this program is not only done in Nigeria, it's also done in other parts of the world. It's a White House initiative for global prosperity for women, economic advancement for women. And the IVLP, that's International Visitors Leadership Program, it's for current and emerging leaders. And Dr. Fauzia said that Fulbright started in 1946, right? Am I correct? Where is Dr. Fauzia? Yeah, 1946. But I'm proud to say that IVLP started before then. IVLP started in 1940. So IVLP is 82 years old. So this program has been in place for several years. So someone is saying, how come I don't know about it? That's why we are here, so that you can know about it. So if you want to benefit from any of these programs, just make sure you search for them online, or also most importantly, connect with the Kwara State chapter of US Government Exchange Alumni Association, and you will be able to get the information to apply for these things. So I'll start with the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. This particular program is a yearly program that absorbs and trains women entrepreneurs. So I know some of us were in school now or we're lecturers right now, but we may be existing or aspiring entrepreneurs. So this is the kind of program you want to be a part of. It's a program that will train you and give you the network you need. And every one of us know that the worth your worth depends on the network that you have. Your network depends on your network. So if you want to increase your net worth, you should increase your network. And when we say increase your network, make sure it's a quality network. So if you're looking for quality network, the US exchange programs are the ones to apply for. And the truth is that after these programs, it's what you can make out of it. And that goes to say that you must, relate with people, network with people. You see, Dr. Valsia also said it about network. But someone said that, so how do I get to apply for these things? I want to say something to us, and it's very important. See, in this era that we are today, social media is your new CV. Please let me tell the person closest to you, social media is your new CV. I feel constricted standing behind this podium because I'm not an academician, so allow me to stand here. So social media is your new CV. Please tell the person beside you.
Yes, okay.
And I would like to say this to you because some of us, we feel that because you're in your bedroom or your room or your hostel or wherever you are, it's just you and your phone. So you put a lot of things out there. You don't censor it. Please, from today henceforth, censor what you put online. Tell the person beside you, censor what you put online. That means that check it before you put it there. Anything you put online can be used against you. So before you post that thing, check it. Does it concern me? Is there a better way to resolve this matter? Some of you just, because you have data, you just upload it and rant. It's waiting for you. So let me tell you a story. So there's this very brilliant guy who is extremely brilliant in all his ways. He applied for a job, and it was a very high profile job. And at the end of all the interview sessions, he raised 2 people, like 2 top candidates, and they only have 1 slot for 1 person. So they are looking for a way to, what can we do to remove one, because they are equally excellent. So they reach out, so they now start searching, looking through their social media. So this particular guy wrote on his social media and he said, I don't like to wake up early. If you give me early work, you're on your own. So the owner of this company reached out to the referee because he happened to have a referee that is a friend to the owner of the company. It's a plus, right? But when the owner of the company now reached out to his friend and said that, oh, this guy is one of our top candidates, in fact top 2, but we only have slots for 1, and it's a fantastic opportunity. It will turn their lives around. But we noticed that you are one of his referee. He wrote on his Facebook or somewhere that he doesn't wake up early, and if you give him early job, you're on your own. So what can you say about it? The man asked, did he write it by himself? You saw it? He said if he wrote it by himself, there's nothing I can do about it. And that's the end. So am I saying that you should not be free online? I'm not saying so. I'm just saying that always put your best foot forward. I'm not saying lie. Just like a video skit I saw online. The guy said that he can speak French in his CV. And after saying he can speak French, they gave him a job. But unfortunately for him, the company now had these clients who speaks French. So they now said, which of our staff can speak French? Everybody said he can speak French. So you come and speak French, and that was the end of it. So please, on social media, don't lie. But you have 2 feet, Abby. You have 2. So make sure you put the best foot forward every time you are online. Is that okay? Social media is your new CV. When you want to apply for jobs, they will say drop your social media handle. They go there to check you out. So like you are here in this program today, it's expected of you to drop something on your social media about this event. Why? So make sure you take a picture. I think we have some of the banners somewhere. Take a picture beside it. Write something you learned from today. Put hashtag. I think it's USGEAAN, hashtag USGEAAN, or hashtag US mission in Nigeria. Look for US embassy in Nigeria, tag them. There will be a day you will need that. There will be a day you need that. Do you know some people, they get to the point where they're supposed to get opportunities like this, but by the time they check their social media, they discover that they have said a lot of terrible things about US. You may be the best candidate. Even you, if you are the one to choose, will you choose yourself? You won't now. So be careful what you put online. I'm not saying don't talk about social issues, but there is a way to talk about it. Make sure what you're saying is correct. Make sure you find out the facts. Make sure you present it well. Is that okay? We are not saying, keep saying, we are not saying lie. But sometimes we are just emotional about something. We don't even have the full picture. If I don't know everything about something, I won't bother to comment. So let me give you a gist. It happened to me. So it's not someone say, she's gisting us. I like to gist. Because the funny thing is that it's the gist you remember. All right. So during, was it NSAS? Yes, it was NSAS. So during NSAS, there was a lot of ranting online on different social media and so on. I didn't write anything, but it's tripping me so much. We people not think that me too are not concerned about what is happening. I was like, hey, let me see, don't go and write. On top say I don't write though, they still call me from DSS. Someone said, DSS, yes. So around that time, so that day I just wrote a prayer about all that was happening. So I just wrote a prayer about what was happening. I put Nigerian flag there because I also do graphic design. So every one of you must have a text skill, okay? So that's by the side, but don't forget. So I did a graphic design, Nigeria and everything, and I just posted about my prayers for what was happening. I did not say anything about anyone. I just prayed that there will be peace, there will be tranquility, our leaders will know what to do, they will do the right thing and everything. That was it. But that Saturday, maybe a day after or 2 days after, there was a breast cancer rally because in Life on Hospital we are into cancer care, endoscopies and surgery. So there was a breast cancer walk, like a group walk by another NGO, but they invited us as a partner. So I was supposed to be part of it. So I was already dressed in the pink dress and everything to do the walk. As I was about entering the venue for the walk, my phone just rang, bang, bang. And the caller introduced himself as DSS, saying that we have intelligence reports that you are leading a rally. I said, rally? DSS? Me? I said, this is Dr. Yemisi Ade. They said, yes, we have your number. I said, okay. Rally, how? I said, yes. May we not be unfortunate too. Say amen. How come that I was actually in a rally? But the rally is breast cancer rally. How come you came on the day they say you are leading? So they said you are leading a rally. Will I say no, sir? It's yes. But I am not leading any rally that has anything to do with anything except breast cancer awareness. So I told them my current location. I said as we are right now, we are at Support Garden right now. That's my current location. So if you want to come, you can come and see me there. And I am even wearing the uniform of the rally. At least if I'm lying and I quickly want to join them, there's no way I will have their t-shirts. But like really, we are coming. And I think one or two of them came. You know DSS, they are always they will be there, you will not know they are there. Maybe they are here now. You will not know. So I'm just trying to let you know that you should be careful what you do. And again, when I say be careful, does not mean you should not have digital footprints, okay? Have digital footprints. So like posting about this event today, adding hashtag USGEAAN, Kwara State chapter, US in Nigeria, tag US Embassy, tag anybody, tag able. So we'll be waiting for the tags. So which tag should they use, sir? So that we are sure they came. US, so they said US, their name online is US in Nigeria, US Mission in Nigeria, yes. US Mission in Nigeria. So tag them. If it's on Twitter, I think it's US Embassy. Just tag them. But for us to know that you came, so that we can see the tag, use USGEAAN hashtag US, that one in brackets, just put hashtag in front of it. So we'll look for that hashtag so that we'll know those who will post it. So have digital footprint. So I'm going to stop talking very soon. Have digital footprint. That means that when they are looking for you, they should find you online. They should do what? Find you online. So someone said something recently, to know if you have digital footprint or you don't have digital footprint. Say type your phone number on your browser. So if you did not find anything about yourself and it's one Chinese thing that came out, you do not have digital footprint. So get ready, applications are out. AWE application is once in a year, it will come out, and when it comes out you can apply for it. If you are an aspiring or practicing entrepreneur, IVLP, you don't apply for it. You will be chosen by the US Embassy in your country. So how will they choose you? Is when they see what you do. How will they see what you do if you do not put it on social media? If you do not report it? Some of you are doing fantastic things. Please report it. You know what social media has helped us to be is to make all of us journalists. So if you do any good thing, put it there. Oh, I read today, I had a fantastic time. I read for 4 hours and I was able to, ace my test. Write it there. You don't have to lie. Say what you're doing, but say it well. Put pictures, put videos. These things are your digital footprint. So when your service is needed in that area, opportunities exist in that area, and they ask you to put your links, social media handles there, they can see what has happened in the past. So I hope that with this plenty talk of mine, I have been able to convince and not confuse you that opportunities exist in the US government and your digital footprint is also important. Once again, I'm Yemisi Adeyeye. Follow me on Instagram.
Currently studying history education. I just how I became a member of USGEAA West Africa. That was in 2020 during COVID. I was home. I was not really doing much at that time, and I really needed to add impact to myself. So I went online, browse about current programs that we have online, and funny enough, I've been looking for a program that looks like yearly. So when I went through it, I went through the requirement. I was like, should I apply for this or not? But then I was skeptical, but then I was positive myself. So I took my time, I applied for it, and luckily for me, I was chosen. But due to the fact that it was during COVID, due to the fact that it was during COVID, I wasn't able to attend the on-site. Because in yearly, we have the on-site and we have the online program. So I was able to attend the online program, which went on for 6 weeks. So I'll be telling you about the yearly West Africa program. Okay, so the yearly African leadership is a United States signature effort to invest in the next generation of African leaders. Under the yearly program, we have the Mandela Washington Fellow, and we have the Regional Leadership Center and the yearly network. Currently, I'm a member of the USGEAAN too, that is United States African Fellow, and also I'm a member of the yearly network Kwara, and also I'm an alumnus of the yearly West Africa program, which is why I am able to stand in front of you today to talk about the yearly West Africa. The RLC is for fellows, and this means that you have gone through the 6-week program like I've gone through, and it can be either online or on site, like I said earlier. So if you are selected to participate in the yearly Regional Leadership Center West Africa, then you will be covered with the following. You'll be given a visa to Accra if required. That is for the on-site program. Then round trip from your country of citizenship, if you're from Ghana, if you're from Nigeria, if you're from Togo, if you're from Cameroon, Liberia, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and Burkina Faso, you can apply for the yearly West Africa program. So the yearly West Africa program consists of the following: the business and entrepreneurship program. So the business and entrepreneurship program caters to the range of emerging or aspiring entrepreneurship who are very passionate about business and entrepreneurship. Yearly will take you through step of acquiring this and how you learn, you network, you meet people, and you even collaborate with others and you build projects. So we have the civil society management program. It's also part of the courses you'll be taking during that particular time. This track is oriented to those who are aspiring to be civically engaged and non-governmental organization, community-based organization, or volunteerism. Thirdly, we have the public policy and management. This track is tailored to those who work or aspire to work in any level of government, including elected position. Okay, so why should you apply for yearly? Like I said earlier, you are not only applying for this just to get the certificate. You are applying for this so you get the experience. You meet people. It will add value to yourself. You add value to the community at large. That is why you should apply for yearly West Africa. Okay, so who are eligible to apply for this particular program? If you are within the age of 18 to 35 years, you can apply for yearly. So yearly have the way they do their program, like I said, you can do online and on-site. Online goes on for 6 weeks. The on-site, after you're choosing, you're given a visa if required. Then after the visa to go to Ghana, where you'll be taking, the process will be taken on how you can go for this particular program. So if you can, you're also eligible if you're not a US citizen or you're not a permanent resident of the United States. So that is all I'll be saying about yearly West Africa today. Actually, there are a lot of programs online, and yearly gave me the opportunity, to meet people, like I told you earlier, to learn, and then I was able to gain experience, and that's what made me part of the United States program today. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for listening.
Thank you so much, Mrs.
Okay, good morning, everyone. When I got one of my senior colleagues talking about IBLB, I feel I don't have anything to say again. But just to advance and leave others when we are departing. But I need to add to what a senior colleague actually mentioned about IBLB. Once more, my name is Abdulrahim, a teacher with a federal college of education, Benin States. I attended or enjoyed this hybrid outfit. International Visitor Leadership Program. And after that, I have helped to coordinate 2 other programs which I was given to me to actually prepare and make it work in Nigeria here. So I'll be speaking about the main 2 after a short brief about IBLP. Yes, IBLP, like it's been said, it's a U.S. Department of State premier, let's get that clear, premier professional exchange program. So it's a program that does not have an application. You don't apply for it. There is no application for IBLP. So rather, instead, the staff of a U.S. embassy around the world make the nomination and selection at the U.S. embassy. So how do they go about that? Which you also have to actually prepare. like it is said, through a short-term visitation to the United States, the current and emerging leaders are selected, are found. So the US staff they were talking about can come around anytime, or may even be here, which you may not know. But how do they actually discover you? It's simply about who you have, the leadership skill you have, the innovative idea you think that you have, how you've been composing yourself, then they will discover you. In other words, in a short while, we should understand that somewhere, somehow, somebody is watching you. And with that, you get selected. So it's after when you are not selected or nominated and your name is forwarded, then you will be contacted for some certain questions, after which you may be invited to Abuja. Like my own, then I was in Katsina, 2010. Katsina State. Fortunately enough, I was a school administrator. It's a group of schools having a pre-primary, primary, secondary, with about 4, 5 principals each. But I was the coordinator, the kind of a school coordinator that go around to ensure things work well. So fortunately, that year, the US University came around, or the mission came around Katsina State, looking around, going from one school to another. I was just doing my own, not knowing they were actually was watching me and looking at me. So after the program, I was given or invited, and my name was, they asked of my name, and the big things, and they said they would be actually contacting me. And that's how it started. So I was invited to Abuja at least 3 times for interview. The first time, I was able to actually do an interview. The second time and the third time, I was given a letter that yes, I make it and I will be visiting my US for IVRP program. So, and after that, when I came back, I said from the beginning that I helped to coordinate 2 other programs. Usually, most of the IVRP exchange beneficiaries are always given this as slot to actually organize one program or the other on behalf of the U.S. Department of State through the UN Embassy in the various countries. So the 2 programs I had to coordinate, which you may have to actually get information about, because you may have someone that will benefit from it. The first one is YLP, Youth Leadership Program. Youth Leadership Program. Just 2 months after I returned from the US, I was given a letter to select and look around the school in Katsina State, and I get them at least 10 secondary school students. Although I have to go through the Ministry of Education and through the Commissioner of Education at that time. So the second one is years program, and that is youth study or youth exchange study program. That one is still on now. Now the first one, YLP. The YLP, fortunately enough, the YLP has been matched with YALI. YALI also started in 2010. Perhaps when I came back, or the time I came back, I was asked to write something about it. So, like the number of us that participated in IVRP were contacted. So in various states we have to write. And I'm sure following what I wrote that time, YALI was actually organized, or it started. The YLP, Youth Leadership Program, that actually gave back to YALI has been started. Actually, we had it just once in 2012, where secondary students would have to be selected and go to US just for a shorter visit. And on their return, they will be made as one of the exchange alumni that are participants or member in Nigeria. So that was stopped. and it was merged with yearly, and that's how yearly actually start coming about, and we have it on the net now. Now the second one, which is year's program, Youth Exchange Study Program, is still on up till tomorrow, although that one equally is centered on senior secondary school students. Senior secondary school students. So you could have, or you may have a junior one that you want to actually give that idea or orientation to. Then I'm sure that the USGEAAN, that the Ilorin chapter will start to work on that. Although we started working on that sometimes last year under our former chairman. I'm sure the president and chairman will take it up, and so that our students in the Kwara state can also start to enjoy it. So it's for secondary school. While yearly has been mad, or YMP has been mad to yearly, and now yearly it's for everyone, not only for secondary school students. So on the year's program, the Youth Study Exchange Program, or the Youth Exchange Study Program, for all the students in SS1 going to SS2, we get them selected through the Ministry of Education by usually on merits, because we call them, at least from all the local government and the states, we actually invite like 5-5, and they come to the state and capital to write the exams, and who pass actually is given that slots. So they go in their SS1, go to US, and have their SS2 program in the United States of America. Then they will come back to Nigeria to continue their SS3. And on getting there, while in the US, what or who or how do they actually want to get themselves involved? They are merged with families over there. So when our students go there, they look for the family. Even before they travel or before they go, at least that the family would have been waiting for them. They have to stay with that family for a period of a year, at least for that academic year. And when they finish their SS2, then they return back to Nigeria. So these are some of the programs as an IVLP I have participated in coordinating, which are subsequently also it's coming to the Kwara state. Although there is a paperwork already on it, without think I'm sure the chairman will follow up on that. So on the by and large, on the better side, the IVLP, if you are fortunate, like I said, it's about who you have, the integrity, the kind of a leadership skill which you exercise, and going about your normal duty, be a very good person that actually does not misbehave in the community or anywhere, then definitely they will discover you. There is no special application about it. So quite a number of us that actually can make that move, either through what we write on the net or going about our normal duty, just like that. Then they will invite you and do that. So it's quite interesting experiencing this IVLP. When I was there, fortunately enough, yes, IVLP, you travel far. When you get to US, at least like my own time, or during my own time, we landed in Washington, D.C. We spent a week there. After the week, we moved to Boston, Massachusetts. After Boston, Massachusetts, after the week again, we moved to Seattle, Washington. From Washington, I will left for Chicago. And from Chicago, we left for Los Angeles. That is the city of California. So in these all states, you will get to learn one thing or the other, because it's about leadership and training. It's about who you are from where you're coming and what you are going to actually take back to your immediate community. So be a good person, and I'm very sure you will discover. Thank you.
Lecture, just give it to us. Please, members, you can start putting down your questions when you're. So my piece is titled The New Dawn. Sovereignty is never given. It is claimed and taken. We must let go of the old and embrace the new. I mean, you and I.
Springs has a way of welcoming all of us, but only the fittest survive the winter. To the north, the new dawn, the beginning of a new era that is ready to greet you and I. Are you ready to survive? But remember that it's only for the fittest and not based on your fitness. So then, get ready for the fit. Thank you.
Let's appreciate our mistakes as a Mandela Washington Fellow. Precisely 2015, I applied for this fellowship. And I can say boldly that I was the first MWF in Kwara State in 2015. And then when Dr. Ali was here, sorry, I can't stay here also. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not a lecturer, so I find it difficult to just stay in a position and be talking. So I finished from this school, 2007, and I studied agriculture. So it's good to be back home. Actually, my Ogaden, Professor Montesho, just left, and he used to be a lecturer as an undergraduate. So, as a student like you, we're just in school. Some of you might be like me, that I never thought I would be a farmer. I'm a farmer by profession. I tell it boldly, I'm a farmer. And at a point, I was like, what am I doing in agriculture? My parents wanted me to study engineering, and I found myself in agriculture. 100 level, 2, 3, till 400 level. I still want to change to engineering. But I got to 400 level that I realized that God had a purpose for me in agriculture, and I went for this, what's it called now? This awareness program that they do for 100 level. And that's when I started seeing some good things about agriculture. And I make up my mind that, okay, I think this is what I'm going to do. But why am I saying this? So that you can know that there's always a traction for everything you do in life. Being selected for any of this fellowship is not by mistake, or it's not by how good you are. It's not even just about how good you are academically, but how creative and innovative you are as individual. So after studying agriculture, I, just like every young Nigerians, I started my poultry farming business. Even before I left school, I started poultry farming business, and I was doing it unknowingly, But as I grow, there's difference between trying to make money and trying to impact life. And that's why these days we talk about social entrepreneur. People that not just do business to make money, but they do business so that it can impact you positively. Even though I don't know that it was called social entrepreneur then, but what I do, I see how to help, all these local women that buy heads from me, how to support them, how to grow them in their business. I do it voluntarily without even thinking of any reward, any benefits. Are you getting it now? So, never knew that I was building a traction with all that I'm doing. I volunteer a lot. I find I may not be going to organizations to volunteer, but even in those small organizations that you find yourself in, schools, they might say, okay, we need protocols. Please don't hesitate, just volunteer. Don't say, no, I don't have time. In your department, they say we need people for a rally, for a sensitization. Don't say I don't have time. If you know that it's something that you love doing, just do it. You can never tell when it's going to speak for you. So as I was saying, a friend just saw the application. I'm not even the social media type. I hardly browse. He just called me and said, this application, go and apply for it. You've done a lot. I was like, me, I should go and apply for it. Innocently, I applied for it. And thank God for the social media, the network, where everybody knows about what's going on now. Then there was nothing like that, really. So it's all about those that knows people that will just inform me that, okay, there's something like this going on, and go and apply for it. And I did the application unknowingly. Until when I just, I got the mail, you've been selected, for interview stage. I said, wow. Even at that period, I didn't have a passport, I didn't have anything, just my business. If been selected as a okay. I went to Ibadan for an interview. After the interview, I think it was in January precisely, I just received that congratulatory message that you've been selected for MWF. Wow. And the truth is, Ilorin boy, I don't even know much about the program. I just applied for it until when I got to Abuja, I got to the embassy and said, okay, now, levels don't change. But what am I saying? It's very important for you to be a doer. Don't just stay idle and feel like, okay, let me just, fine, academic excellence is good, but there are a lot of things that can be added to it. So it's good. You cannot apply any of this fellowship that we're talking about, whether Fulbright, whether AWE, whether Mandela Washington Fellowship, whether YADI, whatsoever. You must be a doer. You can't be a benchwoman and apply and be selected. And as they've all said, every fellowship has their own requirements. For MWF, age, you must be between 25 and 35. You must be between 25 and 35. But on exceptional cases, that they pick people that are lesser than 25. And that happened also. Is a University of Ilorin student, John Paul Usman, of a blessed memory. I think he was 21 years when he was selected for the fellowship. He was a very bright student. He died at the US, and they came to immortalize him, do some stuff in the school. So, but on exceptional cases. So don't think that I'm still young, I cannot apply. But you need to start building your records from now. What are you doing? What do you so have interest in that can make you to be better off? A lot of people are doing entrepreneurship. She talks that she's a medical doctor. But a lot of medical doctors are outside there. A lot of founders of hospitals, business owners are outside there. But there are these things that is very unique about you. And that's the selling point. That's what makes you different when you're applying for every of this fellowship. That unique thing about you that they cannot even browse about you. That you can only tell them, this is where I am. So those are the things that they look out for, not just because you had a first class. You can have a first class and apply for it and they won't select you. So it's beyond, I have this academic excellence, no. And I used to tell people that MWF is the best of all. Even though we have the Fulbright and everything. This is why I say it's the best of all is, it's a platform whereby everybody comes together. Our is just for women in entrepreneurship. Fulbright is just for lecturers. But when it comes to Mandela Washington Fellowship, you can be a lecturer, you can be a banker, you can be anything. So far, you have what it takes. You can apply for it. So it makes the community very big than every other fellowship experience that you can have. Because you get to a stage whereby you meet people, you meet lecturers, you meet professors, you meet a great number of people. And the network is everlasting. I remember that when I applied, I don't know more than my state, I don't know more than where I served and some few other places. But because of this platform, I've had opportunity to travel out of the country beyond even the fellowship and to also engage myself in other activities that will benefit my business growth and also benefit my environment. So MWF is a very rare opportunity that I used to tell people when I was selected for the fellowship as a young entrepreneur growing. If they ask me then that out of the money and the experience, which one do you prefer? I would say I prefer the money because I want to start up my business. But I can say without repentance that the value I got from the fellowship experience is far, far beyond the money. Because the fellowship experience has actually bettered my organization. I started as a farmer and I know where I am today. It bettered, I had a broader vision, how to go about things, and these are things that nobody can tell you. Fine, some people are privileged, maybe your parents are rich, they can start you up, but some are not that privileged. Some of these opportunities will open your eyes, broaden your horizon to see things, network with people, collaborate with people from other countries, and see how you can benefit out of it. The program has some other things aside the application. When you get to the state, the fellowship experience, you have we call it Leadership Institute in US. The training is just 6 weeks, leadership training, where you do, whether you're a business, you're an entrepreneur, we have business and entrepreneurship track. If you're into public, we have public management, and we have the civic management too. That you go to different universities in the United States for 6 weeks, you'll be trained, and after that, the last week, everybody will converge at DC.
where you meet. I was so fortunate during our own tenure, we were able to meet President Barack Obama, and since that day, it gave me this kind of confidence that who else do I want to meet? Who else do I want to meet? This is someone that is down to heart. It was ready to talk to you, to exchange views with you, and I'm like, what's happening in our country? So, and that's what they want us to learn, leadership. It's not because you're a leader, everybody should be saying like this. You calm down and let people learn from you. You relate with people. So it's a very rare, I keep on saying it's a very rare opportunity, and I will tell us, please, one thing that you need to do, you can just go and type Young African Leaders Initiative. You can go and Google it. When you Google it, register. When you register, automatically you'll be receiving mails about any exchange programs that is going on. You don't even need anybody to tell you. Whenever there is any application out, they will receive a mail because they've already put on their website or their log, and you'll be receiving the mails as it comes out. So please try and do that to know about most of all these programs. Then part of the fellowship that makes it so interesting, aside the fellowship US experience, we also have what we call reciprocal exchange program. That's after the fellowship. You have the opportunity to even go back to the States. If you see anything that is interesting to you in any of the university outside the country, or you see an organization that you want to collaborate with, you can write them. And when they see that you have a good proposal, you have a genuine reason, they can facilitate how you can also go there. Then there's something we call professional practicum. This professional practicum is something that when you are in the state, there are people that are selected to do it in the states, that you do more or less like an internship in the US. But for someone like me, I did mine in Africa, I did mine in Ghana, I used 6 months in Ghana for professional practicum. And the funniest thing is that I was actually paid in dollars. Then, they keep on, it's a very enriching program. Very enriching program, and you won't pay a dime. Your traveling expenses, everything about you will be catered for them. So I just want to say that one thing that's very important in this journey is be a doer. Please, don't sit on the bench, don't sit idle. Even if you're a lecturer, think of those creative things that you can do outside the day-to-day lecturing that you do that will make you stand out when you want to make an application. Thank you very much.
I did, and I saw the Chinese information, which shows that I've been wrongly thinking that I've been online. I really have been participating in the social media, but that means I must take your instruction very seriously. Now, to those of us applying for languages, especially for this Fulbright languages last time, honestly, I stopped on the way. Wow, I want to come to US to teach Yoruba, and you also want me to go and write TOEFL and GRE. Honestly, I would like that something should be done about it. It's not because one is not capable of doing it, but let's look from the background you are coming from. This is a program, this way we hear that we have been already, our tongue have been changed. We've been taking English from primary school to this level. Then I want to go and even exchange the ideas I have that is really born in the language I will impact it. Then I still go and write English. Why I've been taught from primary to this, about 30 years of English experience. Fortunately, there are waivers somewhere in Malaysia. We got letter from our university to write them that we're not going to write and we're allowed. So I want something to be done about that too, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Question, please.
Mine is also not a question, but I'd like to thank the organizer. And when I saw the notice, I was actually excited. I returned from the US last month. I was also a beneficiary of the Fulbright foreign student program. So I went to the University of Ilorin because I've been my PhD in the University of Ilorin. I'm a staff in Ilorin. So when I saw the email, I was like, wow, this is family. I need to be here. And I'm really excited to be here. Also, at the time of the preparation for applying and all of that, I did my application 3 days to end of the deadline for the application. Why? I've been applying for several scholarships, Commonwealth, TWAS, Comstead, different things. I'll just it's not easy being a PhD, no funds, equipment, and all of that. And like, time is going, so I was already doing a lot of application. So it was very easy for me when I learned about the Fulbright foreign program, and it's closed now. Will I be able to meet up? I already had all my documents. Why I'm saying it is for the students, please let just keep applying, get to that stage so that anyone you throw, if you are lucky, it keeps coming. That was my observation. So and then short then maybe my supervisor was like, you were able to meet up. I said, even I myself didn't believe I'll be able to submit my application within 2 days. Then I had all my documents ready. So it was not easy for me when he was saying, have your documents ready when you're applying. So it was very easy for me to keep uploading all the requirements that was needed for the application. So thank you very much for
Thank you. Let me just react to two comments. As you just mentioned, when I was applying, I was on my PhD, I isolated my bacteria, and they were in my fridge, personal fridge, where I kept them in storage. I needed money to analyze the organisms. There was a time I was looking at them, and then they were just there, and the work stopped at that point. So I had to take my 1 month salary that month. I didn't mind how I'm going to survive. Because when the salary came, just took it. I went to buy microparts. I sent it to there's a company in Lagos. I sent it to them. They ordered for me from Australia. So they brought it. And after then, I went on to collect it. That day was the convocation day. So I left very early before I came back in the night. Came back with the micropart. After then, I still needed money to further ahead. Just like you said, I had to apply to many places, uncountable number of places, and then before I could stay through. When the feedback came, I was in my office with my prof, Sola Emi, and my co-supervisor, Professor Kwara now. We were just discussing some things early in the morning in my office because we were doing some research, and I was the one in the lab. So we just came for a meeting. Then we just saw communications, our efforts, and we just came. I was in the US October 1 that year, 2015. I just opened my mail, I saw another mail from the Association of African Universities. I applied to so many. When it's uncountable, I mean uncountable. In a day, I can apply to 4. Another day to another day to another 4. So when you said you have a law, anyone you say now, just take, you see personal statement, I have them plenty. I just modify it for that purpose. Then the first speaker was mentioning that they should the TOEFL. I'm not sure you will do. I didn't do GRE. It's only TOEFL we did. And you see, there are tests online. Dr. A mentioned that the internet is open to everybody on your phone. Even on the night, everybody is sleeping. Don't be pressing. Everything will come out. We don't even need a laptop. We don't even need the tablet, what they call it, this bigger one. Just the normal laptop, Android, and normal phone, Android. Any information you need, you are going to get it. There's what is called TestDen. It's a site that is similar to TOEFL. You pay to do for them to coach you, but you also have free tests. So I will sit down in my office and see if I'm doing the TOEFL. And I did it 3 times. The test, like a test. I did that test 3 times. I went on YouTube, I checked different people's views on how to prepare for TOEFL. I began to watch American things deliberately just to get how they speak. And when I went for the TOEFL, I passed it. I know people that passed it, that failed it the first attempt, they asked them to do another one. You understand? So there's no harm. Just go ahead and do whatever. Sometimes there are some schools that also, if you don't meet the 90 score over 120, some schools can take 80. So they can help you to look for some schools. So you don't have to be discouraged. Whatever they ask you, you just do it and leave the rest for them. And I'm sure you are going to be selected.
I'm not sure the concern of the first speaker was judiciously addressed. Her concern is that she was going to teach Yoruba. Why would she need to do a test of English, right? Okay. But I think that Yoruba is limited to your class. You're a professional. Okay? But the English requirement is for the general public. There will be meetings, there will be gatherings where your Yoruba professionalism as a teacher will not be required. Okay? And even then, even in class, you're going to relate with people who are native speakers of English. And so it is expected that the average mastery of the other language, which is English, is also required. And that's why they're asking. And so if I were you, I won't give up because of that. Okay? You meet that requirement to tell them, in any case, even though you are not a native speaker of English, but you also have a mastery of that language, which they can do. None of them can speak Yoruba the way we do, or any other dialect. Okay? English is the official language in Nigeria, or sometimes for competitiveness, they will bring that in as a requirement to screen down, the number of candidates they want to take. After all, they are spending taxpayers' money. Okay, so is that okay?
Thank you for the answer. More questions, please. No.
So I was wondering if it's possible, like, for the benefit of the students, the fact that you said you have to scurry through the internet and go for scholarship opportunities and all that. So I was wondering if like a platform could be provided so that students will be able to like reach there and be able to have a specific area that we can go to apply and all that, and guidance, the proper guidance, so we don't have to scurry around endlessly looking for opportunities like that.
Now, if you go now and you search for Young African Leaders Initiative, for example, you register online. With that alone, you insert your email address, you'll be receiving mail from even the embassy directly. That's number one. Number two, someone's talked about Young African Leaders YALI Network. Now, YALI Network is a broader network. Young African Leaders is a broader network. We have the YALI RSC, we have the Manila Washington Fellowship, and we have the YALI network that's domiciled in each state of Nigeria. YALI network has representation in every state in Nigeria, as I'm talking to you today. So that's another means of getting information. You can identify with state network to know what is going on, because there is no way they won't get to understand if there's any application that is going on, or they'll be informed also. So you can also identify with YALI network. Like in Kwara State now, they have a YALI network state platform where they meet. They have a WhatsApp platform where they also discuss, and they also meet physically, virtually, like almost every month. So you can also get information through that means too.
Thank you, Mr. Shea. Any other question, please? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. When Dr. Sulaiman was talking, she said the application for Fulbright scholarship is open to everyone, regardless your tribe, your race, or this and that. And she said once you have the requirement, you will be choosing. So the question here is, I want to know the requirements involved in that scholarship application.
Okay. She clarified the groups. In Nigeria, Fulbright sponsors those who are on their PhD to go to America for 9 months to do research and come back. Basically, the focus is on science, agriculture, and engineering. But there are other modifications of the program. They also sponsor those who are on postdoc. There are people that they enjoy that postdoc. After their doctoral degree, they now went for postdoc for 9 months also. That's why she said the Fulbright is the main job academics, for those in the academics. Understand? Now, some other countries, at the time you travel to some other people, you go on the Fulbright to go and do your PhD for 9 months, part of the research. You need people from other countries that they come for the full PhD from their own country. So Fulbright sponsors full PhD for their country. Then for Nigeria, they don't sponsor full PhD on Fulbright. They only sponsor those who are already on their PhD, and then they can apply to go and do part of the work that we're doing here in Nigeria for 9 months abroad, or those who already have their doctoral degree and they want to go for a postdoc abroad. So you get it. So if other countries, maybe I don't know now, when I traveled, I met them from Pakistan. In Pakistan, they came for Fulbright funding for their PhD. That's from the beginning to the end. You do it. But here you do part in Nigeria, you do your PhD in University of Ilorin, or any other university. So you now go for research, part of the PhD, then you come back and then complete your program in the university. So you get it.
Thank you. Any other question, please? Okay.
Very into engineering, sort of like, for me, let me use myself as an example. I did PhD applied linguistics and its translation. And I found out that in the translation practice, especially the radio, which I'm seriously studying, the act of translating from English to Yoruba has always been hectic for them. So I began a research on artificial intelligence that can automate translation and already interacting with them. In which way will this form something that could attract relaxation to go and do program?
Thank you, man. Thank you for that question. Usually when a notice for areas of interest, sometimes they have areas of interest. Most of the time, it is heavy on the side of sciences, okay? But some years, you find interest in the humanities as well, okay? So what you need to do is to be on the lookout, because you cannot put in an application where it will not be attended. I understand the concern, but I bet you they go out for the very best. That's what is important. And they will not sow where they will not reap anything. Okay? America will take care of her interest first before anything. Yes, they appear to be generous, they appear to be liberal, but underneath, they're also taking care of their interest.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope that answered the question. Thank you. Is there another question?
Okay. For students who are here, you can.
Okay. So you can meet the PRO. Okay. So please, you can get in touch with me.
I'm Dr. Olorunsola from Department of Veterinary Microbiology, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Ilorin. We're in the different local governments entirely. So I want to first of all thank the organizers of this program. The first time I was in the US was 2007 when I went for the molecular aspect of my PhD program. And up to now, I'm still in touch with different programs in the United States of America and other countries. So I thank the organizers. Unfortunately, I thought this place would fill up with both students and staff, because during a distressed time like this, there are opportunities that will come up, but people that follow it up are the ones to benefit from. So I want to also congratulate the people that managed to be here today. But I will employ all of us to try and share what we've gotten today with our colleagues that are unable to attend. Because I believe by this time next year, most of the people under this roof will become a beneficiary as well. So I want to also acknowledge the people on the high table, particularly particularly the director from Basin all the way. He came very early and he exercised patience to still be here now. That's to show you how important this program is. And our director too, from Center for Arts and Research, community here, he is also an elder and is here presently, and all other colleagues. The representative of the constitute is here. So that is how important it is. And Dr. Ade, you know, I was counting the number of people that presented, more or less like gender balancing, and a lot